Lunch with your fave is brought to you by KFC. Finger licking good. You look like a threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bed.
It's a fresh Friday. That means we're chilling with one of your fave. And today's fave is the man himself. It's Chadhall. Hi, Drew.
What up, baby girl?
What it do, what it does.
I'm chilling like that, guys. Very good to see you on the other side.
I was just about to mention that for the first time I met you in my life, I've never thought I'll be this side and you be
It's really dope.
It's an honor to actually have you right here on Lunch with your Fave. First of all, on the good life. You're such a good person in my life, so it makes sense for in the good life. Huh? Yeah.
I love it. I really appreciate that. It's dope to be here, man. It's very weird being this side, but
it's very weird. Huh?
Yeah.
It's Lunch with your Fave time, proudly brought to you by KFC Botswana. If you're tuned in, make sure that you jump all the way to Yarona FM's YouTube page, YouTube account, YouTube, and find out what we were doing last week Friday. Catch the latest episode that was there and make it an appointment to catch this one during the next coming week. For now, let's jump right into it, Drew.
Yo.
What's your full name? What's your real full name?
Tawaletsebe.
And then Drew Chadhall.
That's my dad's name.
His name is Andrew Chadhall.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I'm Drew Chadhall the third.
You don't look like a tabo. Excuse me, tabo, if you're listening, you don't look like a tabo.
No, but everybody knows that I'm a tabo. Actually, you're the first person who says I don't look like a tabo. Hey, I love my name, man. My mom named me Tabo, so get Tabo, dog.
For a reason.
Yeah, for a reason. I bring happiness, you see?
I like that. Now, you spoke about your mom calling you Tabo. Let's unpack on your childhood and upbringing.
Yeah. It was a very interesting one. So, my brothers they were really fortunate to have enjoyed everything, the travels, the Disneys, the what. Hey, I arrived when it was really dry. I just thought that these guys are trying to trap me. But, it was quite beautiful. My mom is a very strong person, so she had a lot to do with the way I am right now. It was just the two of us because my brothers were slightly older, so they had already moved out. So I was the kid of the house. I was the king of the house, actually.
Love it.
As the king of the house. So she really tried her best to do or to give me the best. She allowed me to be who I am now. She always encouraged me to be whoever I wanted or whatever I wanted for as long as I don't step on anybody's toes. And she did her best to put food on the table, which really taught me to be the hustler that I am right now because I saw it from her. She went from being a receptionist to being a paralegal to living in a small little seventh quarter, to owning a big house, to living a very good life as well, even though at one point it was really tough. But I learned every single thing from her. So this is why there's this guy.
And speaking of becoming a hustler, at what age did you become a hustler?
I think at 16, I started doing a bunch of things, like little fashion design there, T-shirts, selling sweets at school. Nike hustler le batho. So I was always doing something. I was always trying to sell something or just, trying to make my own money because it was tough growing up. I really needed to have my own money because I was a cute boy. So I realized that I
was a cute boy.
I realized that, cuteness comes with looking great as well and smelling great. So, I started hustling from like 16 until now.
Until now. When did you decide, I want to be in the entertainment industry? Because but in literally all departments of the entertainment industry.
You know what? I think entertainment industry chose me. I never thought about it. Growing up, I wanted to be a forensic investigator.
Really?
Yeah, I was really fascinated. For real?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
I think watching all those series just made me want to be something in forensic and investigating. Generally, I just love investigating. I love researching. And that's what I really wanted to be. But I started doing little things where a teacher of mine back in primary was like, yo, you look like you can actually make something happen. So I'm going to try or at least task you to do the school prom, And actually a V show before the school prom, a V show, and I did my best, and she's like, yeah, maybe, going forward, just try to accompany school with this because we see your hustle. And I think this would also suit you. So just do entertainment, whatever it is. Initially, I was going to be a DJ. I was like, nah. You know, I wanted to go into modeling. I was like, nah. I like being behind the scenes. I like making things happen and bringing concepts to life.
Yeah, and speaking of bringing concept to life, BBQ and fam, bro. BBQ and fam, bro. How did that come about, and how did you just money? I feel like every year or every time there's that event, it's bigger and better than the last one.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it's been an idea for like over 5 years. It's a series or a sister to a series of events that we have, which is Chillstep Sundays, Munchies Market. We are the Sunday people. We just launched the Gin Factor like 2 weeks ago. Munchies Kitchen. So it's been shelved. So I took it out and I was like, you know what? We're missing something, which is more braaiing, more family things, more barbecuing. And we know it's a tradition within Black people anywhere you go in the world. So I was like, okay, cool. No, obviously I'll give it my twist where there's a fun element to it. There's different types of things happening on the day. You know, there's obviously the exclusivity that we brought with barbecue and fam. And it took off. The first one that we did 3 years ago, when we started, we were shocked to see 800 people at the venue on the day. But also, I think it's because people trust what we do in terms of events and professionalism. So it was an easy thing, but it was still a shock because we were like expecting maybe like 100 people, you know, just
because it's
come
the
here and have
first
fun.
one.
It was the first one. 31st of December, we were taking a risk, you know, because people were saying, or kind of people just want to be with their families or whatever. And it's been a very big thing ever since.
Let's unpack them one by one. I had to go Chillstep. I remember the first time I heard about Chillstep, Nick and Nago France Town. Son, Chillstep. Hey, that's enough fire.
Of course, you would say that. Hey, Luhle.
Chillstep, you know. And the first time I experienced Chillstep, it was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And it's been there for years.
Yeah, it's his 9th year this year.
You know, and it still makes sense. Go to the this time because usually with events, I mean, we go today, tomorrow, next thing we are over you. We're just trying to find the next event. What's your secret?
As you move, you have to evolve as well. I mean, don't take away from the signature it is, but you have to evolve. You have to bring in new concepts within the concept to make sure that this thing has longevity. So that's what we've been doing with every single event. It's the same event, we just bring something different all the time. We find out what people are looking for or what they like, you know, or what's missing within the events space or stuff like that. So we add that. So Chillstep was pretty much the same thing. And the way it started, also, that was just like barbecue or munchies or whatever. It was an event for my friends. Yeah, but the difference is that Chillstep is an actual genre. The music that you just played, my song with Ytv, that's part of the Chillstep movement.
And we need to unpack on your type of genres. We need to right after this. If you just tuned in, this is The Good Life with myself, Luhle. We're tuned into Lunch with Your Fave. And our fave for today, it's Drew Chadhall, unpacking his whole life. We're talking career. This is the moment. Plus 267391066. Send a message. You're still tuned into your favorite frequency, Yarona FM, on The Good Life with myself, Luhle, and it's Lunch with Your Fave, proudly brought to you by KFC, and I'm chilling with your fave. It's Drew Chadhall. Now, before we continue our chat, I already text the kids. Yeah, the first one says, Ytv Botswana and fam. Kona lesero at the Chillstep Sundays. Hi, event your headers on chokehold. Manate heralds and gadita. Flowers to you, my boy Drew. This is Bona Hosalamang. And then Lele said he truly is a little to all of us, an inspiration and a bundle of joy. Keep being you, Drew. Love it. Free pass. Flowers in that way. All right, we're still unpacking on Chillstep by then, Mister. I don't like what your statuses are doing.
Why?
I mean, I'm 28 and sometimes I get to watch your status. I'm like, that's why he's sicky. That's why. Where did that concept come from? Because you slap a lago say event in the kitchen. How did that come about?
My mom, man. We are all she has 4 boys. So we had to learn everything, how to clean the house, how to clean ourselves, how to cook. We took turns. And she loved cooking completely. She loved hosting a lot, so I would always watch, or she would always actually, sometimes I wouldn't be interested, but she'd be like, no, you need to be in the kitchen, you need to understand what's going on in here so that at least when so yeah. So I was always watching her cook. I was always watching my cousins cook. I have a cousin called Jose Romutsamai. She loves cooking as well. Like, I used to be in the kitchen just following her around a lot, as well as my aunts, so it's a lot of women. My mom is the only one with like a lot of boys. So we had to learn. So I just got it from my mama.
Mama wakateza tete. Baswazi be batho bano dia batho go bika.
Yo we, ka ka amogela mo accounting ya go riana go le badimo ba go ba sekala ka ke sa go utlwi.
I'm asking my mom if she's listening because batsadi ba batho ba ba ruta go apa. Mara bino wa gane be chai. Next thing I'm 28. All right, now let's talk about the challenges you've encountered in this journey. But before we could jump to that, you mentioned Khori, you started this hustling thing in the entertainment industry from like 16 or 17 there, right?
Yeah.
Mehela Academy Hello, let's go.
Let's go from 5. And when I was about to go to university, which is in Cape Town, unfortunately, my mom got sick. So because I was the youngest, everyone was gone. My other brothers were living outside the country. I had to take care of my mom. But it did not stop me from learning. Yeah. I kept on. I read a lot. And like I said, I research a lot. And I think all of my friends are academics. So, I was always challenged, to want to know, to debate a bit. My brothers, the same thing as well. To take the black sheep in my family.
I want to street smart. Well, there's money, they should talk to you.
Yeah, I'm the black sheep of the family. Like, I didn't want to do anything that everybody else wanted to do. I kept to my lane, but at least I accomplished something.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, actually, I accomplished quite a lot growing up and also being in this business and trying to create a better life for myself and my mom.
Yeah. Now, what happened, the challenges that you faced, in this journey?
Yeah. A lot. Like I'm saying, my mom being sick was one of them. I've been taking care of her since forever. She's under my care at my house. Unfortunately, she has dementia, which means she doesn't know who I am anymore or whatever's happening around. But she's very well healthy physically, and I try by all means to keep her as happy as I can. So that also took a bit away from me because now there's depression. I'm always sad. I'm wondering why me, why her? What can I do to make this better and stuff like that? And but somehow I lived. Somehow I just got through it and realized that actually for me to be able to take care of her properly, I need to take care of myself, and I need to make sure that I do the best that I can to live, But besides the personal challenges, also even just in business, like any other business, would have problems with cash flow, with sponsorships not coming through, not being able to achieve certain things. There's a lot of money from our own pockets that we use to make sure that these things happen, and that's quite challenging on its own as well. And also, you have to understand that the entertainment industry in Botswana is frustrating. It takes a while to catch up. So it was a bit of a hustle, like a deeper hustle that really ate into my energies and my emotions.
But you soldiered on.
Yeah, I'm still soldiering on. I'm not saying that we don't have them right now. We do, even bigger now, because now these things have grown. We've set a standard as well. We've set a tone. There's still those challenges, but you just have to soldier on. You just have to go through it. Yeah.
Now, right after this break, I want you to unpack what's your survival go-to thing, place, person? How do you do this? Because you're talking about depression, you're talking about all these things, and it's a very hard pill to swallow when your mom is going through something. But when you're a gent and you're listening right now, and when Amma is tuned in, is listening to a gent saying, I'm taking care of my mom, I've been
fully.
And there's no way you're like, no, and then my partner jumped in to help my mom. It's just you. Right after this, we're going to be back to continue unpacking on Chadhall's life, as you're going to be giving him his flowers right after this. The flowers, Wanamai, means buying tickets, buying merchandise, buying everything everywhere he is. We're still unpacking with the Chadhall, and we're now talking survival skills. The way you're so strong, and the content you're dishing out is not make sure. How do you cope? How do you do this?
Firstly, I pray a lot. I don't think I would have survived. I've had a couple of years ago, I had a suicide attempt, and because it was really, really tough. Like I was down bad, And ever since then, I have regained my strength through prayer, through reading, meditation. I do a lot. I changed my life completely, from diet to spirituality, to just the way I do things, to the people I have around, to the energies I consume, to the energies I allow in my life. So that has really been a big part of my life. I know people see a rebel all the time, they're like, nah, not this one. Pray!
Yeah.
No way, but I do. But I do, because I'm from a praying mother as well. So it's something that I adopted from her, and I saw what it's done for her.
And energies you allow. So, or Katil.
No, kya kata off. Fast! Sikera sami sakana ka Yarona FM. Kya kata, fast, And as you grow up, you have to understand that's very important in your life, because some energies will definitely distract you or block your blessings, or, you from moving on and stuff like that. You find that they're too heavy and you are carrying weight that you don't need around you, So you just need to let go. Sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's not, but you just need to let go and understand that as you grow up with different people. Some you take along the journey, but energies are very important, man.
They are.
Yeah.
All right, now let's unpack let's go back to how you're taking care of your mom.
Yeah.
One thing that I love that I've seen in your life, in regards to taking care of your mom, you buy that woman flowers.
Yeah.
You will buy that woman flowers.
Yeah.
Hey?
No, I will. I swear. I
Lonela ola thusa mo ka go fanda bo didiba nyana dipeo tsele tsa ka dinengu di
ke la thala ke re backyard what
once and for all.
Yeah, look, I love that woman, man, and so it's very sad what she's going through right now, or the position that she's at right now, because she was, like I said, a very strong human being. Every single time when she would wake up, she would say, I'm going to bring something home or different. She will bring something different home. She'll always have something to talk about or to share with us and stuff like that. But she's a baddie. The way, this is why I'm always looking fresh, because yeah. No, she was up there. She was once Miss Botswana. She's the first Miss Botswana to go to Miss World.
Really?
So yeah.
Your mom?
Yeah, my mom, Ignis Little, for real. She's the first Miss Botswana to go to Miss World. Search the archives there, you see her with her afro, looking fresh and all of that. Obviously, the difference from all those white Karens, Yeah, but she loved a good time. She loved a good life. She loved music so much that I remember almost everything that she used to play in the car at the house, which I play for her every now and then. And every now and then she'll remember, like Onana, Brenda Fassi, thank you, Mr. DJ. But DJ because that's all she's ever singing every single day.
Really?
Every single day. So when I remember those things and what she used to do for us, definitely I'll buy her flowers when I feel like it. I'll bring something nice. I'll bring her a dress. I'll bring her like a little nice duke or a story. Last time we were matching with our Air Forces and stuff like that. So I don't see her not remembering me as a bigger challenge anymore, because I've decided to create our own memories, that I can remember her by.
I was gonna ask you, where does that put you? You're doing all these things and she doesn't remember you.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, dog. Sometimes I just break down and cry, But like I'm saying, I've had a long time with her. She only started getting sick maybe about 12 years ago or something. But before that, like, we spent so much time together all the time, especially because I was the youngest. She had me when she was a bit older. I was an afterthought, clearly.
Yeah, no budget.
Yeah. She had me like when she was a bit older. So I spent so much time with her. I was a friend. I was a little purse. Everywhere she went, she would go with me and stuff like that. So I saw her grow as she saw me grow as well. I'd already finished school and I started hustling. Started taking care of her in other ways. But when she got to that point now, and when I see it happen now, I'm like, like I'm saying, let me create my memories with her. Because, she'll still have fun. She'll still dance to her song. She'll still enjoy food. She'll still feel like she looks nice, as much as she's in her zone. It's not bad, because I've seen, like, dementia patients. It's not right. So I think God was a little lenient with us here. I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to stress. She's not going to wake up in the middle of the night. She's not going to do whatever. You just tell her, sit down. She sits down. Let's take a walk. She takes a walk with you. She just doesn't have memories of people or maybe some other memories. I don't know what's going on in her head.
When it's today, does she have memory for yesterday?
No. She doesn't have memory at all.
Okay, when it's done, it's done.
She's at the last stage of dementia. Yeah.
I like that you're unpacking this because Rabona, all those things in the movies,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and me being a she officer by profession, it's an exciting thing to learn more about other things because we are quick to judge people
Yeah.
without understanding what's going on.
Yeah.
We're quick to pick offenses.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was somebody else, you could have been offended, but I'm taking care of her. She doesn't remember
Yeah,
me, forgetting
yeah.
this is the condition and these are the stages. And I like that you're such a researcher because you took time to understand the sickness so well.
No,
hey?
I did. I wish there was enough information and education, more Botswana, you know, like a society for things like this, like dementia and Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, things like that are related in terms of neuro-related stuff. I wish there was more education. I wish they could do more. Because you find out, someone has dementia, but like you're saying,
Yeah.
you know, things like that are really hurtful. But if there was education, if there was some sort of sensitizing, people would have an idea and what to do with such people because all they need is comfort and happiness. That's it.
Imagine like no, but I think she has dementia. No, they Luhle sa ka hiro ka yarne fa wa claim. Ke hantsara madzi eti madzi muna dementia madzi ha ba welo ko.
We can't take you anywhere. It's Luhle at all.
No, like bring it home. Like let's be realistic. So I like that you emphasize the importance of education on that, right?
Yeah.
Let's jump all the way to your genre. You spoke about the type of music your mom used to listen to.
Yeah.
Is she the influence of the genre you are into?
Yes, she is because she was traveled a lot, so she listened to a lot of funk and disco, you know. But also she was a big lover of jazz and Afro music, which I love as well, like deeply. Like I still listen to Letambulu up to date, you know. But she would be more on the Yvonne Element side. She would be there like with the simply music and stuff like that. She was always bumping into something. She loved the vibe. So every morning, go betsa tune ngwana re tsaba motse ra ka sgela re ropela tsela yote, you know. But she had so much influence in terms of music as well because that's what she was listening to a lot.
Yeah.
But my late brother as well, Victor, was quite big on music. Like we're pretty much the same. I'm almost a duplicate of what he was, you know what I mean? And he also used to listen to a lot of electro dance music. So I loved it ever since I was a kid to date. You know, I did so much I got so much information, Kayone, and dug for more. That's when I got to know about the subgenres when we Chillstep, tropical, new disco, new funk, you know, dubstep and stuff like that. And I incorporated all of those into either my events or my radio show.
And speaking of tropical, I was asking you the chosen track genre because I legit thought you were gonna say no, it's R&B.
No,
I know it's R&B, my piano house, hip hop dog, and jazz, and you're like it's tropical. What on earth is tropical?
It's part of the EDM fraternity.
And you are for that.
Yeah, it's got those undertones. It makes you feel like you are in an island, basically. Like there's water breezes and waterfalls. It gives you Bali vibes. It gives you Ibiza vibes. Those are smooth tones, electro that you play on a Sunday or if you are chilled and stuff like that. It's quite big out there.
And you really like electro.
Yeah.
I was
love
so
it.
shook. You love it.
Yeah.
You are for it,
Yeah,
right?
I love it.
And now, speaking of your love for music and your family's love for music, makes sense that you became a music compiler for Yarona FM.
Yeah.
Makes sense, bro. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Because remember when I joined Yarona FM, I sent like few songs. You know, this is song inspirations for my show. That time my show was called Muzwani.
Yeah.
9 p.m. 12 midnight.
Yeah.
Thank you, DJ.
Botaka di ntsenatsi di khakhamatso no naela ra khametse borna re ngwanyano a re nne. I thought that's an every youth radio station. It's supposed to be hip and happening. We're not Tisamosaka so ro tshameke.
Let me tell you one thing that I remember when I got the Good Life show was like press releases and stuff. After 2-4 weeks, I read that press release sharp. And it's written Urban Dweller with rural roots. Yeah, wait! Wait, we need to talk. How did we get here? I'm not an urban dweller. I'm like, but it's my ex.
Rural roots. Hey,
but now I'm listening to, I'm just thinking about how when I got to radio, my suggestions. I remember one time somebody to interview, and I was like, yeah, no, it's okay. Boss manager is Easy.
Yeah.
DJ Easy was the programs manager by then. I'm like, yeah, no, I got Lizibo books. He's like, Lizibo? Like, yeah, I got Lizibo books. I know he sounds like, sing one. I saw myself, he's like, oh, what's Yarona FM? I'm like, what you mean? It's a radio station. It's like a youth one.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, no, guy born, rural red, turning.
No, be yourself. I mean, that's what got you here.
Really, yeah. That's what got me. That's what's keeping me here.
Exactly.
So, do you have any projects that you're working on right now? But before that, we have a text here from Kelly to Ari. I feel this boy. I lost my dad to dementia, and I could not deal very well through. Though I'm a doctor, this youngster deserves all the flowers topped with. I don't know about top guy.
Hey!
Topped with a presidential honor. Big up, mate. Young ladies, this is the kind of man you should chase. Love it. Definitely the one to chase, huh? Yeah, man, this is the type, eh? And this type is typing. Listen, I told you if you have any messages you've been dying to forward to Drew, +227 391106 is where it's at. Bona, shot your shot. Again. 2023 is ending. Imagine you are single when Drew was on air. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Keleto. Lele na re nna se ke se kopang ke go nna be mama wa go hela. Wa uta hela bua le bo malome ke tantsha magazi.
I want to get Lele restraining order aids.
Come so la le restraining order.
Yeah, well.
Discounting. All right, so
shit, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So any projects you're working on right now?
I mean, it's still on the event sphere, obviously. We have a couple of things that we are trying to push and bring to life. But most of all for the youth. Obviously, we represent the youth a lot with what we do. So we have a thing called Keep the Youth Busy. Those are workshops that will be starting at the beginning of the year, just to give people a little education on music, on arts, stuff like that, bring in professionals, guys who've been doing it for a long time so they can have a chat with them. That can actually impact their lives, because we have a lot of these things that are happening in seminars and the what and stuff like that, and you find a ticket is $1,000. You're like, well, for what? Why? I thought you were trying to bring in people to be educated here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People to be enlightened about it so they
exactly,
go make money.
so they can go make money. So you're saying they should take the little that they have out of their pocket to come and actually listen to someone? No. So we're starting that for the youth, but it will definitely be free of charge. And we're just trying, by all means, to add what we can to growing everybody else. I mean, that's what we've been doing with Chillstep Sundays. It's a platform for artists. They come and perform, they come and display their arts, they come and interact and network. So we want to take it further, maybe more on a professional setting. It goes now, yeah, that's that. But other than that, man, I'm just living. I'm trying to live. I'm just trying to spend as much time with my baby, with my mom, and just do my radio show, do events.
Yeah,
I have a nice clothing label here. It's called Rebels and Rascals. I'll bring you a t-shirt. I'm working on that as well. I have a bag line, a bag line called Rebel at Work. I think you've seen it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah.
I love it. I was going to actually ask you to dress me for the Yamas event, which is on the 11th of November, 2023. So, so people need to understand that I chill with the cool kids, and I definitely look like a cool kid.
You're going to look like a baddie.
I live like a baddie.
I see you.
I'm going to be playing you Drew Chadhall featuring DJ Hypnosis with the Be Myself. Everybody was talking about Drew needs keep being you. Now, I don't know how to be myself. Enjoy. Drew Chadhall featuring DJ Hypnosis with the Be Myself. The genre is dance, Wanama. If you're struggling, you're thinking R&B, house, you're thinking the basics, Karen. This is dance. Earlier on, we played his chosen track, and that's tropical. Yay! I'm at the one corner going. Every event this festive season, I had a DJ to take a look at singing DJ for piano, guys. When is the DJ for electro playing? When is dance coming? If you're tuned into The Good Life with Luhle, and you're in Ramakhabana, one of my ponito, na superstar, master tamik about chosen, it's tropical. Anyway, Drew, for somebody who's listening and they're inspired by you for sure, or they just listen to you for the first time and they're thinking this gent is the elder version of me, and right now I haven't been coping, I'm drowning. What's your word of encouragement to that person?
You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah,
All this
a
thing is-
similar motivational
There's so much
speakers, right?
pressure. Look, I think you just need to calm down and breathe. Like a lot of people panic, and results, they end up getting what they're not expecting, because they panicked. You just need to understand the situation and see how you can find a solution and how you can move on from it, or how you can move on with it. It's not easy, and it's never going to be easy. For as long as you're growing up, man, you're going to be encountering every other problem you can ever imagine. So it's just for chilling and just say, let me analyze the situation. I'll get over it. We are human beings. We are meant to survive. We've been surviving since the early ages to now. So yeah, we can survive.
And for somebody who was, I was reading your profile. I have your profile, right?
From where? You throw on stalker.
I have a whole entire profile. Now, for somebody who wants to engage you for project consulting, music consulting, talent scouting, event management, marketing, branding, concept design, and implementation, where can they find you, reach you, and catch you?
Instagram, I'm at Drew Chadhall, or they can just send a brother an email at drew@yaronafm.co.bw. That's it.
We have a text here. Hey, Miss Lu, ngwana my kana Drew sala berekilo ho ile ngwana under an intensive list of tackles. So he used to include the name Lala on his intro. Is it a middle name, Kani? It's kana pename from being Mama's boy.
From Mama's baby, yeah.
Mama's baby.
Yeah, she called me Lala. And in the hood, gonna go let's Mokasi blind, go extension 27. So in the hood, there was this gangster called Tab, and he used to, I think I was the only person that he liked in the hood that he was not trying to kill. So he was like, you know what? So you know what? Ra go bitsa la re Lala ya la ka o lady a go bitsa wa utlwa sad. Kwena Lala mo hudinda. So that's the name in the hood, that's the name in the hood. But yeah, that's what my mom used to call me when I was growing up. Yeah, I think people close to me, like,
they know that.
They know.
Yeah, we have a voice note here. I'm gonna play it. I hope it's clean. I pray it's clean and it's dedicated to you.
For somebody who wants to do for project consulting, music consultant, talent scouting, event management.
No.
Radio station
Right now, Chillstep KFC, probably brought to you by KFC. It's lunch with your faves. Now, Drew, before we wrap it up, I have, I've sent you this. We've talked about this, but for somebody who's listening in and they're also just trying to get more about you, I'm gonna share my experience with you in life. I have to give flowers. I'll be booked and busy by the time we are old and you're grey and you're dying. And I'm not going to be able to give a speech at your funeral. I'm booked and busy, so I might as well do it right now. You're old, grey and dead.
Wow.
So I got in radio in 2021. And, the competition was a bit tough. I was just a rural dweller. I then dweller with rural roots, and everybody else was a white. It was womanly hippie. They understood everything. They knew all type of music. They knew how to speak the language. And there was just me. The DJ Cleo girl. The Mozane girl.
Yeah.
And you gave me the warmest welcome in Yarona FM. You didn't look at me as an inspiring radio presenter who's supposed to have it all figured. I was just Luhle, bruh. I remember the time you took me to Sent and you're like, look, there's a Senton trip, you need to go. I'm like, to do what? Bro, to do what? You've been such an inspiration to me. You've held my hand through everything. You've taught me literally everything. You've made me benchmark on even things that I'm not sure if I would ever venture into in life. But the cool thing is I have the skill, with everything on work and off work. You've just always been there. You've been a big brother. When I was going through the pits, you were there. And you're such a very blunt person. You tell me, So I highly appreciate you. Now I'm emotional. I highly appreciate you with this one. When I got here, the first person I thought about was you. I was like, hey, my G! Hey, my IG. Hey, I'm on weekday and I can't believe this. And I'm thinking you're gonna go down memory lane with me. Like, yeah, no, well, I can't believe they gave it to you. You're like, no, cool. Listen, you deserve this. You've worked. I'm like, I did. Yeah. Do you feel like that? Because I hold your opinion highly. Yeah. So thank you so much for being a big brother for me.
You're welcome, man.
On radio and off radio. Yeah, keep the free tickets coming.
I can understand
One day I'm gonna be rich. Alright, if you just tuned in, you're late to the party. We're chilling with your favorites, Chadhall. Chadhall is BBQ and fam. Hey? It's Munchies. Listen, Kari, it's Chillstep Sunday. Ghana is everything. And if you want to find out who's going to be dressing me for the Yamas event that is on the 11th of November 2023, check Drew. If you want to find out how cool I'm going to be on the 11th and who I'm going to be chilling with, check Drew. And thank you so much, Drew, for honoring the invite and for making your way to the good life. Definitely the good life, and I bring good people right here on the show.
That's what's up. I like that. You bring the vibes, man. I like that.
Thank you so much. Now, before we wrap it up, this is KFC, proudly brought by KFC.
Shout out KFC.
That means we eat, right?
Yeah, we must eat.
So I'm gonna give you your meal. You're gonna give a wild guess. Are you a KFC person? I am.
You are?
Everybody knows me.
I mean, I grew up eating KFC so much. Yeah. And then I was like, let me give it a break.
That's why you cook a lot. Yeah, so today, no cooking. Yeah, finger licking good. No forks, nothing. I'm going to give you your meal, and you're going to give a wild guess the name of the meal, all right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to guess what it is?
Yeah.
From what? From tasting?
From looking at it. What you mean?
Eish. I'm gonna read the street fires too. Hey, live back it for one.
That's me. That's not me.
Live back it for one. I wish I could guess. What is it? What is it called?
I mean, what
I mean, I see a burger. I'm very excited for that. I see some really nice fries here and a nice piece of chicken. So juicy.
Like, wild guessing, there's a burger.
Yeah. That's what it's called.
Oscar burger meal. All right, today we're having Boiling All-Star Box, and I'm having an Iron Brew, and you're having a Coca-Cola, courtesy of KFC BW. So if you're tuned in, you know what to do. Rush to the KFC BW, KFC Botswana social media platforms. Drop a like, follow, engage with them, as well as Yarona FM. Luhle on air. You might as well say your socials because you're famous.
Yeah. I'm on Instagram at Chadhall. You can check out my show, Electric Service, Sundays 4 to 6 p.m. Dish out all the electro vibes there, and we also talk food, you know.
For sure. Without a doubt.
It's in the mix.
Thank you so much. For now, I'm gonna play you something new. It's a BW local banging track by Chadhall featuring Nick Gift and Wanda. Enjoy.
You look like a threat.
I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bad.
Lunch with your fave is brought to you by KFC. Finger licking good.